And the way you've been able to engage and change minds in Ottawa speaks to why politics matters. You know, you had a government that knew very little about the Tamil community and managed through active engagement to make it the leading voice in the world for what was wrong in Sri Lanka. You know, you helped create a situation where Canada was the country boycotting the Commonwealth, where Canada was the country calling upon an inquiry into what happened in this genocide and what happened with these war crimes. It was Canada that led, but it was Canada that led because of the Tamil community that said, we will not rest, we will not let this go by, we will be involved, we will be engaged. And I think that's a lesson for why politics matters. And I have to say, what has happened in this leadership, everyone in Canada is going to take note of. Everyone will note that the Tamil community is one that is organized, that is smart, that is focused. And I think you're going to see premiers and prime ministers in the years ahead cater to the Tamil community because you have proven organizational skill that is simply incredible. You know, when we talked about Tamils for Patrick, who would have thought it would lead to 14,000 new members? You're going to have a greater weight and say in the Ontario PC Party than you've ever had before because you chose to sign up for a PC Party membership. And I think what flows from that is, one, the community is now going to have a large say on Ontario politics. And I think there are shared values. You know, the conservative beliefs in respect for family, respect for traditions, respect for hard work, entrepreneurialism are all values that the Tamil community shares and embodies. But I think we can go one step further. If you look at the Ontario government today, I think it'd be fair to say you look at cabinet, you look at caucus, you look at the government boards, whether it is the LCBO, the OLG, the list goes on. You don't see Tamil Canadians represented. I will say this, that if I had the honor of serving as your premier, never again will you see your voice represented by others. Never again will you see none of your peers, none of your neighbors serving in that highest capacity. I will make sure that the government of Ontario has very much in its leadership reflected your community. I want to make sure that I lead a government where not only do I have Tamil candidates, and not just in ridings the party may lose, I want to have Tamil candidates in winnable ridings because I want Tamil Canadians in my caucus and in my cabinet. I want to make sure that we have a Tamil Canadian cabinet minister in my government. I want to make sure that on government boards you see your community represented. And I have a selfish interest in doing that because I know how organized you are, I know how good you are, I know how smart the community is. I think you could do great things for Ontario. And my selfish goal is that I want to see Ontario succeed. And the way Ontario succeeds is we have people that value hard work, that see the bigger picture, that respects family, that respects entrepreneurialism. And that's what the Tamil community embodies. So when I have a goal of getting Ontario working again, selfishly, I know you can help me do that. Selfishly, I know that when it comes to creating jobs, I've seen Tamil Canadians do that business to business to business. I have toured so many Tamil businesses, and I have been so impressed by the work ethic, by the entrepreneurialism, and by the fact that despite difficult conditions in Ontario, you are succeeding. So today is a gathering to say to the Tamil media how impressed I am with the community, how honored I am to walk with the community. But this is what this campaign is. We're walking together. This is a journey together to not only fix Ontario and make sure that we're on the right path, but this is an opportunity to finally say that the Tamil Canadian community has arrived in Ontario. Not just as supporters, not just as donors, not just as activists, but the community has arrived and will be represented at the various highest levels. And there's a lot of people to thank in this, and whether it is Babu, Sab, Namal, Chippy, the list goes on, Siva, Pravina, there's been too many people who have helped on this journey, and in order to have an appropriate recognition of all those that contributed down the road. But today, as this campaign is the membership deadline only closed a week ago, I said to Babu that our very first weekend afterwards, I want to have a gathering with our Tamil friends, because it was the Tamil friends that gave us this enormous lead in memberships, and we never forget that. I think in life, as Chuck Conkle will attest, and Chuck is a longtime police officer, in life, you never forget your friends. You never forget those that walk with you, and I think that's been one of your character traits, Chuck, and that's going to be something that we don't lose sight of. We walk with our friends, we honor our friends, and today I'm here to say Venakam, Nandri, and we're going to do great things together.
Can we take the media